gender roles, like to the point where men should be guaranteed to do this in a household, or women should be guaranteed to do this in the household, or being a kid as a young boy having to do this to get to this point to be this. And as being a young lady and as a child and growing up to a woman, you're guaranteed to do this step to get to that step and for the final result. So the reason why I picked this injustice role, because I just feel like it's unfair to just kind of like distinguish all types of like gender roles, like especially like with today's society with LGBTQ. I feel like if you want to be with like how you want to be, then you should pursue that. But if you are going to let even a little bit of something throw it off, like in a household, men are supposed to be like the foundation of the house, and women are supposed to be like the walls, the windows, and the doors, like to help cook, clean, take care of the children, while the men are supposed to work and provide for the family. But I feel like anyone can do that. Like there's single parents with multiple children out there doing that, you know? So like, why just distinguish and like separate two different types of genders when all genders are able to do the same thing? Anyways, and I know for myself, like, it's kind of crazy to say this, but like, I know in my household, I am guaranteed to do a certain thing. I'm guaranteed to clean up after myself. Like, my dad's a single parent raising me and trying to make sure that everything works out for us, and he goes out and he's provided for the family. Like I was saying, like all the information that was like built up in the previous video, that was like the scenario. Me being the young child to go from this point to get to this point to grow up and pursue into the world and being able to provide for my family, cook, clean, and everything. While my dad had to go from that point and stage in his life and to do this, to pursue, and what he's doing now is providing for me and him. So my job in my household is just to make sure that everything's secure when I leave the house, and clean up after myself, and like, you know, since I'm the only woman in the house, then there's like more expected of me. And I understand that my dad works a lot, you know, like, obviously, so like he has his parts too. But I just feel like in today's society there could be a lot more less distinguishing of the two. Maybe there's certain women that have to do like all of that. Like I feel like men get bogged down on women a lot just because, you know, we're women, we can't do this, we can't do that. But I mean, women's matter too. Like back in the days, like we weren't allowed to vote, we were looked down on as weak, but I mean, we're pretty strong, but don't get us wrong, you know. So like it's just crazy, you know, how that point in society went from this with women being talked down on, not right to vote, like nothing being able to count, to the next point, which is in this modern day society where we are now allowed to vote. We have a little bit more like, what's the word, like transitions, like, you know, like we're not looked down on as much, but we still have a point where we are looked down, where we are expected to do this, when men back then were just like, you know. So question, what are we gonna do? In my opinion, I feel like everything should just stay in its own lane. Like, if you are this, then you need to stay this, and if you are that, stay that. There's either this or there's either that. So, like, how are we supposed to like look down on one when all can do this? Like, one of my neighbors across the street, like, she's like, her and her husband just divorced, and she kept the house. I mean, I feel like that's like a really big deal, since like he was like the bigger asset in the family, and like she has 2 daughters and a son, and now she has to take care of that big house all by herself. I mean, it wasn't just recently that they did, like she's been doing this for like a good year now, so like she knows what she's doing. Like, she's the man of the house now, you know. She's taking care of what she needs to take care of. She's taking care of like 3 beautiful children. Like, anyone can do it, and the fact that men and women are expected just to do one thing doesn't make any sense. But in this previous, I think wasn't too long ago, but there's Women's March, like women's matter too, you know. So this slide, I will show a few pictures of the Women's March. I don't know what side it'll be on, so I'll just do 2 arrows. But yeah, there was a Women's March, and there's gonna be some pictures of women who went out and supported this. To me, I think it's so amazing that so many people came out. Not even people, so many women came out just to support their rights and their goings, and like, I just think it was so strong. But in that Washington March, 440,000 to 500,000 people, between 3,267,134 and 5,246,670 people participated in this march. Over 5 million people participated in this march. Like, it's just crazy to me. Like, that was such a big significance to certain people. Like, I just think it's really amazing how certain people took the time and the pride to like actually go out and like support what they mean, you know. Like I was saying, women should be valued more, like for more than what we do. Like, I just think it's not fair. So let's take this way. Let's make this justice. Like, we all as of people matter. Like, not just women. I'm not trying to just like be biased or anything, but women matter too. Men matter just as much as women. Like, but we shouldn't be talked down on 24/7, or you know, like, we earned our place in economy and like politics and everything. So like, we obviously need to have that respect and that boundary, you know. Like, just as much as we respect men should be able to respect women. My name is Kalaisha Kirby, and that was my injustice on women and gender roles.